If I hear the word Parikrama, I'm kind of always excited.
Особенно утром очень красиво, то есть когда солнце только встает, еще как бы не так жарко, что ты хочешь просто сидеть, кушать и где-нибудь лежать, но ты видишь эти все места, и первые места, в которые ты приходишь, они прям так, очень впечатляют.
In Shri Navadvipa Dhama Mahatmya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur states, all the scriptures proclaim that a person who simply remembers Shri Navadvipa will attain the same result as a pilgrim who visits all holy places. One who visits Shri Navadvipa attains the treasure of Krishna Prema life after life. The result of each step taken in Shri Navadvipa is equivalent to performing millions of Ashvamedha sacrifices. This Shri Navadvipa Dhama is the essence of all holy places. In Kali Yuga, the living entity can easily cross the ocean of material existence by taking shelter of this holy abode. Shri Gauda Mandala is like a lotus flower with 100 petals, with supremely beautiful Shri Navadvipa situated at its center. This most fragrant flower, Shri Navadvipa, has 8 petals and measures 4 yojanas, 32 miles. In the middle of this flower is a stamen-like base, which is Antardvipa. Right in the center of this flower of Shri Navadvipa Dhama is splendidly situated Yoga Pitha, transcendental and pure Mahaprabhu's birthplace. This holy abode of Gauda Mandala is like a Chintamani or a desire-fulfilling gem. It's constituted of knowledge and bliss, and all that is within it is transcendental. Everything in Gauda Mandala, including the water, land, and trees, is transcendental. The 3 spiritual potencies of Shri Krishna, Sandhini, Samvit, and Hladini, are always present here. All sacred places are extremely weak in Kali Yuga. Shri Navadvipa Dhama alone is supremely powerful. Shri Navadvipa Dhama is the crown jewel of all holy places, because Shri Gaurachandra appeared here. All sages consider Gauda Mandala to be glorious because such a holy abode as Shri Navadvipa is situated within its area. Lord Brahma prays, when will I be fortunate enough to take birth even as a blade of grass in Shri Navadvipa? If someone asks why I should desire such a birth even though I am Brahma, I will answer, Oh brother, in this way I will obtain the food dust of all the devotees engaged in the service of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu's divine feet. This would be impossible otherwise.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
An intelligent person doesn't take interest in a place, even in the topmost planetary system, if the pure Ganges of topics concerning the Supreme Lord's activities doesn't flow there. If there are no devotees engaged in service on the banks of such a river of piety, or if there are no festivals of Sankirtana Yagya to satisfy the Lord, especially since Sankirtana Yagya is recommended in this age. Srimad Bhagavatam 5:19-24.
Общение, мне кажется, вот люди, с которыми ты идешь парикраму, и легче, и веселее, и интереснее, как бы они придают тебе силы идти дальше.
Да, и сами места тоже очень мощные, то есть ты вспоминаешь то, что само общение тоже тут происходило, то есть это место, где соединялись преданные, и тут опять же приезжают преданные и тоже так же поспевают и прославляют Господа.
Лекция, просад.
My strongest realization of Parikrama is, even though it may be very difficult, and as you're going through it, you may not really enjoy it or appreciate it for what it is, but when the day is over and you're lying down in bed and you feel very proud of yourself, there's a lot of satisfaction that I went through all the suffering and I didn't do it for me, I did it for the Lord. Like when you go to the gym and you're working out, it also hurts, and when you're lying in bed it pains also, but you're doing it for yourself. But for Parikrama, you're going through a lot of suffering, but it's like you're doing it for the Lord, and it's a sacrifice for the Lord, and you feel good about that.
I realized, I've been going for Parikrama for 7 years. This was his first Parikrama. But after 7 years, I realized that that I started loving austerity. Like, it's not, even though it's hard, I just kind of enjoy doing it.
All days after Parikrama, we came back in the mornings, maybe 10 o'clock, I can't remember, yeah. And then we entered the main gate, you know. First we met actually Yoga Pit, all the groups, and then going in powerful kirtan back to the temple. And then my hair, look, they stand just on end, just remember. And then we went to the temple. I mean, we was also sleeping outside, you know. So we didn't see Radha of 1 week. So then we entered the temple and they played Govindamadi Purusham. They played Govindamadi Purusham, and then it was 1, 2, 3 hours full kirtan.
So today is last day of Parikrama, and I somehow ended in a kirtan group. And actually the whole way from Mayapur to Belpukur, I was dancing in bliss. I didn't feel the body. So strong the holy name is.
I like the Odilo Aruna Bhajan they sing in the morning. I like the last stanza which they sing, that there is nothing greater than the holy name in the 3 worlds. That song really touches the heart.
It was such an inspiration because even though it's very tiring just walking, but when you see other devotees and older devotees, senior devotees walking, and you just feel so inspired that you have to keep going. And it really helps when you walk around the kirtan group, because that really inspires you to keep on going. You're in the mood of the kirtan and you don't feel anything. It's really blissful, and I'm happy to be here. Hare Krishna.
The Parikrama is basically for purification for oneself, and Navadvipa Parikrama is something which is going to give us thousands of extra mercy to us, because we are walking in the footsteps where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as well as Nityananda Mahaprabhu have walked in through the Parikrama. So seeing the enthusiasm of all the devotees, you also get enthusiasm in doing more bhakti. When you do bhakti, you get more bhakti, and when you do chanting, you get more chanting.
It must be like the old days when there were no buses and there were no boats, or not so many boats and so much transport. Everyone would walk everywhere, and we were really appreciating the Dham in this way by every step we took. I say that it's been really refreshing to be able to walk so many kilometers and be able to see so many people who look like they haven't seen a Harinam for many years. I always like to go on parikrams because it's so focused to be with many devotees. You chant, you dance, so many hours together. It's very dear to Krishna, to Srila Prabhupada. It's a lot of mercy.
Especially here in India, they're so accepting of other religions that even a Muslim or a non-devotee would say Hare Krishna. And it really touched my heart.